Hello everybody, Dead Spikes here. Today I'm making a video talking about the second encounter of Deepstone Crypt. Alright, we are at Deepstone Crypt. This is the second encounter, and this is probably my favorite encounter in this game right now. I really enjoy this encounter. It reminds me a lot of Axis from Destiny 1 Wrath of the Machine, and that was my favorite raid of Destiny 1. But without getting into too much into that, let's go over how we do this raid. We'll go over loadout before we start. You're going to absolutely make sure that you have a lament. Now, obviously, if you have this raid, you have Beyond Light. Go get that lament. It is really easy to get, and it is the best weapon for this encounter right now. So, for classes, as hunters, I highly recommend Shadow Shot. As a Titan, you're going to want Bubbles. As a Warlock, you're going to want Nova Bomb Top Tree for maximum damage. Now, this encounter is made purely off your burst damage. How much damage can you deal in a few seconds? And that's how the boss's health takes down. This boss is a replica, basically, Atraks. He turns into 8 replicas when you start. There are 2 rooms or 2 areas in this encounter. There is bottom floor where we're at right now, and then there's top floor way up above. You're going to want to split into 2 teams of 3 to go for that. Figure out what you want to do there. Now, there'll be 4 replicas on each side. There's going to be 1 on the left here, 1 on the left there, 1 in the center there, and 1 on the right over there. These replicas are just going to stand there and basically bully you and hurt you a lot. There's going to be ads on each side, so have someone split on each way, middle, left, and right. And then after you're killing ads, the operator is going to pop out. If you remember the operator from the first encounter. The operator is in charge of shooting the panels, just like in the first encounter. And there's a few different panels that you can do. There are the elevator panels over here. These are what you're used to go up to the top floor. The operator can shoot these and bring elevators down, or they can make them go up, or vice versa. Whichever way the elevator currently is and you shoot it, it will go the opposite direction. The other thing that the operator can do is shoot the airlocks that we'll go over in a little while to be able to cleanse the boss. And it will also be the only person who can shoot the boss off of people. The other job that we have here is the scanner again. There's only 2 jobs, and the scanner will drop upstairs. It won't drop down here. The scanner is going to be able to see which one of the replicas is real and the one that you have to damage. So during the damage phase, all the scanner is going to do is look at all 4 of the replicas, figure out which one your team has to damage, communicate it to their teammates that are around them, and deal damage to that one at the same time. I highly recommend you guys just to chill and wait till everybody's ready. And then do your left click, left click, left click, right click. And that's how you do damage right there. Max damage with a lament. All right, there we go. We explained the basic idea of this encounter. Now let's go over and fix the little things that I haven't talked about and go over them. So this right here is the terminals again, and these connect to all terminals in this encounter. There are 3 downstairs and 3 upstairs. The 3 downstairs, one's right here, one's in the middle, and then one's over there on the left, which we'll go see. These terminals all connect to the ones up top as well. So basically that's useful because the operator could put his buff into this, then someone up top could grab that operator buff and do it. This will help you from having to move floors to be able to do jobs, and it's just a lot easier and quicker. There are 2 methods to be able to run this encounter. I will go over both methods. There's the speed run method that is quite safe if you have the damage and everybody's closer to 1250 to deal enough damage. And then there's the safe slower method. We'll go over the safe and slower method first. Let's just check out a damage phase here. I just want to showcase this a little bit before we go too far into this. This was part of my day 1 clear here. You're going to want to deal as much damage as you can in a little time to these bosses. That's what depletes their health bar. So you'll notice after we killed that boss, he dropped an orb. We'll go look at it again here. See that little orb on the ground right there on the bottom? These are what the bosses drop. These are the replicas. When they die, they'll be on the ground. They have a 45-second timer after you kill them. And if you do not do something with that, it is going to respawn the boss right there, and you'll wipe the whole encounter. So you have to dispose of this or keep refreshing it are the two things you're going to want to do, but I highly recommend to dispose of it. So you'll see here the operator, which is me, is coming over here to shoot this. He's going to open up that door. My guy's going to go in there, and all we do is we just shoot it off him, and it will throw that replica out into outer space and kill it. Now, I don't want people to misunderstand here. You don't need to kill all the replicas and send them to outer space. That's not really how this works. You can only do 4 damage phases, but to be able to progress and not have to worry about it, you do need to throw them out those airlocks. There are 4 airlocks. Let's go over them. To be able to go to the top floor, you're going to want to go up these escape pods. 4 of them will spawn when you start this. I'm just going to go up here, and I'm going to show you guys where all the airlocks are. You have to be the operator to be able to shoot the airlock open and to also be able to shoot the boss off. So let's go over here. Here's the airlock right here in top left. You can see the airlock over there in top right. Then we got one bottom left, and then we got one bottom right. You get 4 airlocks per damage phase, and which is perfect. You can send out all 1 at a time if you'd like. You can send them out 2 at a time, 3 at a time, whichever you want to do. If you do take too long to send one out, it will eat the one for the next damage phase. Now we're upstairs. We can see all the boss's locations. We do have left there, right there, close middle, and then far middle is back there. Now, as you're going through your phases and killing stuff, you're going to get this right here. A sentinel is disrupting the augmentation terminals. This means that the servitors spawn. These guys right here. All servitors have to be killed before you can swap buffs to either from the upside to downside or the downside to upside, just using these terminals. You have to have all 6 servitors dead to be able to do it. There's 3 on top and 3 on bottom. Now, scanner will always spawn on top. You can see scanners right here on this ad. It will always spawn on the top side, where operator will always spawn on the bottom side. I have killed the ad and acquired the scanner. To be able to start damage phase, you have to kill all the servitors as well. So it's actually a pretty good thing to make sure not to kill all servitors too fast. But now that all servitors are dead, it should start the damage phase pretty close here. All right, we are starting our damage phase. I can see the one on the right is the real one as the scanner, because none of the other ones are glowing. So I would direct my team to go to this one on the right. And if we don't kill him fast enough, we will wipe. And there we go. I killed him. And you'll notice after I killed him, he dropped an orb right there for me to grab. And then I would need the operator to open that up for me and for me to put it outside. Now, at this point in time, I would want to send the scanner down to the bottom team for them to do their damage. Now you got to see a little bit of hands-on what's going on there. Let's talk about a little bit more of what we're going to do here. So it's a very simple encounter, I feel. It's just speed that you have to do. You have to get down how to do this fast. The scanner's up top, like I said, and damage will always start up top. So the first damage phase will always be on the top section. I highly advise you not to kill your servitors right away, to keep one of them alive. That way you guys can pick when your damage phase is going to start and be all set up for it. But after you deal damage up top, the next one is going to be down below. So you can either send the guy down in an escape pod, or you can put the scanner through the terminal right here, and someone down here can grab this, and you can direct on who you want to do and how you want to do that. They'll do the damage phase down here, and the replica is going to drop the thing. And whoever grabs that replica orb is going to have to go up and get cleansed up top. There is no way to send that replica orb up top without a person. So what I recommend is have that guy with the replica go up top and get shot off by the operator. You do not have to be in the airlocks to get the replica shot off of your head. You can be anywhere. And also to note, when the operator shoots that off your head, if you're not in the airlock, it will reset the timer, which is very, very nice. So what I like to do with my safe run is when the guy down here would go up, I would immediately shoot it off him, and I would have one of the players up top grab it so we can cleanse while he's going back down. So after the second damage phase, which is down here, the scanner needs to be set up top, and then there'll be another damage phase for topside. Topside will do their damage, then they'll cleanse, and they'll send the scanner down below for down here. And the fourth and last damage phase will happen down here. After you destroy the fourth replica, it will end the damage phase, and it'll move on to another ad clearing phase with the servitors. You guys will already have the buff, so you can decide on where you want the operator and the scanner to be at that time. But acknowledge that it doesn't change. It will always start up top. The first replica will be up top. The second will always be down below. The third will be up top. And the fourth will always be down below. All right, let's do this from start to finish real quick. If I went too fast, please let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, and I will make sure to try my best to answer them for you. So you're going to want to designate 3 people to be on the bottom here and 3 people to be on the top floor. You're going to want to put them in certain sides, left, middle, and right for clearing ads, and there's a servitor on each of those 6 spots. The 3 people that are going to start up top, you're going to want to wait down here for the escape pods until they drop down, and then you're going to want to get in those escape pods and go up and go into your designated spots to clear ads. Now, as you're clearing ads, down below, the operator is going to spawn, have someone kill that, and grab it and shoot down a few pods for later on. Up top, the scanner is going to spawn. Make sure you designate someone that is going to grab that scanner. It is at a random spot of the 3. It can be either left, middle, or right. You don't know which side the scanner is going to spawn, or the operator. For the scanner, designate someone up top who you want to be the scanner for damage phase, and make sure they get a hold of that scanner. Once they have that scanner, make sure all the servitors are killed. The servitors should have been spawned at about that point. Kill all 6 servitors, and then damage up top will start. All 3 people should get close to the boss. I recommend shooting a shadow shot on him, and then all 3 of you combo at the same time and kill that boss. Deal as much damage as you possibly can. After that is done, you're going to want to send a scanner from up top down to bottom. Designate someone that is not the operator to grab the scanner down here. That person will grab the scanner, and immediately the operator is going to put his job into the terminal. Someone up top who you have designated to be the operator will grab that operator out of the terminal, and he will cleanse the replica that you guys just killed up top. As they're cleansing the one up top, it's going to be damage down here. You 3 need to do damage down here together. Wait till everybody's ready and deal that damage. Whoever grabs the replica after damage is done is going to go up the escape pod. Before going up the escape pod, make sure that you do send that scanner into the terminal, because it's about to be damage up top. Damage up top is going to grab the scanner out of the terminal, the person who had scanner prior, and they are going to do damage like they just did before and grab the replica. The dude who was down here should be up at about the same time. The operator should shoot the replica off of the downstairs guy who came up. The second guy who is not the operator should grab that replica, and you should cleanse the 2 replicas right there in one of the airlocks. Now, I highly recommend you to, whoever you designate that operator to be up top, to not run a sword, because you do not want him to accidentally grab the replica. That is how you cause a lot of issues, since the operator is the only one who can shoot it off. So make your operator use a long-range weapon. I like 1,000 voices for my operators. Everybody else can run Lament, no problem. After that damage phase is done up there, you will have your 4th one down here. And do the same thing you did. Have someone grab that scanner. Get everybody near that boss. Kill them all together at the same time. And send that replica up top with a person. And cleanse them. And then it is ready to be the ad clearing again. Make sure that scanner's up top, because that's where the next damage phase will be. And it's basically just rinse and repeat of that as many times as you have to. I believe you get 4 phases, so you can kill 16 replicas altogether. Just make sure you are throwing those replicas out those airlocks. Now, if you do deal enough damage and get into the final stand, which is part of his health bar, it's like the last little 5th. If you get to that, that is always up top. So you're going to want to have all 6 people go up top through the escape pods and just make sure everybody's there. It's going to be the same concept, except all 8 replicas are going to be up top. Your scanner is going to have to tell you guys where to go. What I like to do is I have my scanner shoot the real boss with his kinetic weapon. and we will all go to that enemy and we'll wait and do damage together. And then he'll shoot the next one, and you just keep chaining it until you deal enough damage to kill that final stand. Now, while you're doing this, I'd recommend to keep rebuffing your guys who have replicas at that point in time, because you probably haven't cleansed it, and it's not worth cleansing. To rebuff, all you have to do is shoot that replica off the head and pick it back up, and it will reset the timer. And then you just keep killing replicas. I mean, you get all 8 replicas, I think, at that point to deal enough damage for final stand. And if you're using Lament, it should only take you 1 to 2. So that would be the full encounter right there from start to finish. Now let's just show it in how we did it through the playthrough. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you our day 1 clear when we were using the slower method here that we had to use. I will be showing the faster method afterwards and explaining how to do that for the people who want to learn that. But I'm going to be the operator of this run. So it means I'm going to go up above. The operator doesn't spawn up above, but they're going to give it to me later. Instead of showing this whole encounter, which is like 15 minutes, I'm just going to show you guys one damage phase quick. That way you can see what's really going on. I'm supposed to be middle ad clear up here, so I'm clearing ads. Lament was not released at this point yet, because Lament was released after the world's first clear. So I was running Risk Runner with a sword. Try to have as much burst damage as I could, but also having some decent ad clear. Because as you can tell, these enemies were quite tanky. I mean, if you tried doing this to a servitor now, you would have deleted it in like 3 shots. But definitely run Lament now that it is a thing. So we're making sure our scanner has his buff up top. I'm finishing off my servitor right there. We're about to start damage phase here. Our scanner is going to tell us where damage is. He says it's in the back left. We all meet there and deal some damage, and that's about as much as we can deal right there. After that goes away, you can't get no more numbers and deal damage. Left side didn't clear the side good enough, so the shanks got me right there. Scanner was sent down below. At the same time, operator was brought up above. I opened up this airlock for Don right here. I cleansed it for him. It didn't cleanse, so he just grabbed it, picked it up, and we just cleansed it again. Now they're doing damage down below. They're going to send their scanner up, which they probably just did. I think they already did damage. One of them's coming up with the replica that we need to throw out the airlock. Don went and picked the scanner back up. He's going to tell us where it is. It's front middle. We're all getting ready. Do damage at the same time. Do as much as we can in that burst. LT brought that up. And then Bino's going to go up there and grab it. He got it. Both of them have the replica. And we're going to be efficient here and have them both throw it out on the same door. Now again, only the operator can shoot that buff off. We killed 3 of the replicas now. There's just 4 left. They're dealing damage down below with that scanner after Don put it in. Now that the 4th damage is done, all bosses have been killed. Now we just need to dispose of the 4th replica. We have someone coming up right now with the replica, and we also have scanner put away for Don to grab for the next phase. He's already grabbed it. We still have to go through a whole nother ad clearing before we can deal damage again, but we have to dispose of this replica here. You have to absolutely make sure all the replicas are gone because you don't want to deal with them later on. And again, if you do shoot it off someone's head, it will reset the timer. So I'm just going to shoot it off Wolfie right there. Someone's going to go pick it up for him. And then we're going to go cleanse it while Wolfie's going back down to help his team with the next damage phase. We're going down to bottom right. All I have to do is shoot the door once to open it. Bino's going to come in there with the last replica. We'll cleanse it, and all the replicas are dead currently. After the replicas are dead, they're going to respawn. And there'll be 8 replicas again, 4 on each side. Again, damage is going to be up top. So after ad clearing and the servitors, make sure you have that scanner up top. And you basically just keep doing this over and over until you get to final stand. Let's move over to final stand. All right, here we go. We are on the final stand. We have the scanner up top. We're all up here together. We're making sure all our replicas timers are reset, because if a replica respawns on someone's head, it's going to wipe us. We're all set. We're ready to rock. We're waiting to see where the replica is. Our scanner is going to let us know here. And he must have said he is front middle right there. We're all going to damage him. Now we're going to look for the next one, wherever he tells us where it is. Try our best to stay alive. Keep cleansing those replicas. Make sure the timer don't run out. We're going to go to the next replica here. We're in front middle, and boom, we killed it, and that ends the encounter right there. You don't have to worry about disposing of the replicas or anything. The chest is right there. That will do it for encounter 2. Atraks. He is quite a tough boss, but after you figure out how to do it with your team and you get all coordinated, he shouldn't be too bad. Especially with Lament, it does quite a bit of damage. If you guys enjoyed this or it helped you out at all, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. If you'd like to see some more helpful raid content like this or Destiny 2 content in general, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I release content daily. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and good luck with your raid. I will see you in the next video. Spikes out.